Alice, and I am here today with November's Book Box Duel. So, we were hoping to film this about a week ago, but then we realised that our FairyLoot November box hadn't arrived. Even though it had been sent so long ago, and I've seen a lot of people receiving them on Facebook for like a couple of weeks now, ours just arrived a couple of days ago, which was nice and surprising. Who knows what's going on with the FairyLoot shipping gods, but they don't seem to be my friend anymore. But that means that I honestly can't remember what either of these books are. I can't remember anything that's meant to be in them. I can't remember the theme cards. I tried, but I can't. We do have an announcement. Oh, I don't know how this is going to go down. This is actually going to be the penultimate Book Box Duel, and then starting in January we'll just be getting FairyLoot and eventually moving on to the FairyLoot combo box when we get our invite. So thank you so much for all of your support over the last few years when we've been doing Book Box Battle, when we dropped a OwlCrate and turned into Book Box Duel, when we regained a OwlCrate for a month there. And I do really appreciate all of the support, but at the end of the day, OwlCrate, it's very expensive to get in the UK. I think between the OwlCrate Adult and the OwlCrate YA, I spend about £85 a month to get the two books with the goodies. And compared to FairyLoot, which is like £50 for the books, like the adult book and the YA box, it's a lot more money. And at this point in time, I would just rather use it on other bills. I'm not saying I would never subscribe to OwlCrate again. I still think their items are the best quality. I still think that they seem to win most of the duels that we do. Or at least it feels like it's kind of like an even 50-50 split. They've gone up a lot this year where they've started doing stenciled edges, sprayed edges. They're really trying to push the boat out, and it is a really high quality box to subscribe to. As a UK reader, if it was the only box I was subscribed to, then possibly, but I like FairyLoot's editions too much, and their special editions particularly. I like them too much to drop them, so unfortunately OwlCrate has to go by default. Also, FairyLoot, we will be moving on to the combo box because at the end of the day, I've just got too many bookish items, and I'm quickly realising that like every month when I finish these videos, I just feel a little bit deflated. Because a lot of the time it just feels like more stuff I don't really need in my house. And our house is very crammed. We've got 2 kids. They have a lot of belongings. And Christmas is coming up, so they're going to get even more belongings. So if this is one way of me minimising the amount of crap that I'm bringing into my house, then it's something that I'm going to have to do. Again, I'm not saying I would never go back to getting the boxes. And it is really hard. And I'm actually really sad about it. But it's the right choice for us financially at the moment, and that's the most important thing. As long as I can like actually afford to like eat food and heat my house, that's more important to me than receiving books and items. Controversial opinion? No, that's not controversial at all. I think you would all agree exactly the same. And as I said, I am sorry that we are going to be stopping, and I'm sorry that the uploads for this have gone out the window this year. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and we are trying our hardest to get on top of it, but it's difficult, and that's our thing to deal with. But thank you for being patient with us and for still enjoying these videos when they do go up, even if they are ridiculously late and not very much on time anymore compared to when we used to get them and like upload them the next day. Those were the golden age of Book Box Battle and Duel. But yeah, we'll see how things go. But that's just a little update before we go any further. Now, I can't actually remember what won last month. I can't even remember what was in the boxes last month. I have a feeling that FairyLoot won because OwlCrate's stenciled edges were like really off centre and I was getting pissy about it. So we're going to assume that that was true, and FairyLoot's going to go last today. But I will actually remember to make a note of who won for next month so that I can actually do it properly. So, that was a horrible noise. We're going to open OwlCrate first. We're going to see what's in here. We are going to enjoy what is our penultimate OwlCrate, and we are going to enjoy the heck out of the penultimate little bookish pin, because honestly, if they hadn't had these treasure tomes pins in here, we would have cancelled earlier in the year, but I was refusing to have a partially complete set of them because I love them so much. So thank you to OwlCrate for bribing me into staying. Here we go. So this is... Oh, I know what book this is. Oh, I've recognised the spoiler card now. This is the Perilous Travels box. And if I'm right, this book is going to be the last FairyLoot Book Box Duel book that we get. So this should be the book in FairyLoot's box next month. I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. But we'll have to wait and see when I actually get down beneath all of this puffy stuff. Right. Try and put this with my other recycling behind me. It's not... Ooh. We'll pretend that worked. So, to start with, we have the Treasure Tomes pin. And this month we have a little wooden door with like a hole in it. Maybe like Lord of the Rings. It could be a little hobbit hole. There and Back Again by Bilbo Baggins. So is it The Hobbit? The Lord of the Rings. Okay, I don't know which. What was that? There was another Hobbit at some point. But yeah, this is super cute. And I'm not a huge fan of The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, as you can tell by the fact I didn't even really know what this was inspired by. But that's super cute, and I'll keep it anyway because I really do love these little pins. I think that's such a clever idea. It's a great way of immersing you in the world. It makes the pin more interactive, and it's a very enjoyable little inclusion. So, and these are designed by... How can I not remember who they're designed by when this is like the 11th one? No One Designs. We'll get there. We'll get there. Then we have the third in the Story Doorways series. And I will be honest, I don't particularly like these. This one's inspired by the Starless Sea and is designed by Ice Reef. For those who feel homesick for a place they've never been to, their doors have been waiting for them. It's beautiful. Because then Sean's told me, oh, they've made this one slightly bigger, which is nice. Because the last two, I've absolutely struggled to like wham jam the thingy in, and I haven't been able to display it properly. But will you be able to see that if I do that on the shelf? Right, so you like lift up the book, and then it like, the doorway. She decorates your shelf. So yeah, it's super cute. I haven't read the Starless Sea yet. But I might need to do that soon. But yeah, that's quite cute. They're not really my aesthetic. I'm not really one for like wooden designs on things and like displaying things on the bookshelves. It's not something that we normally do. But I think it's definitely a unique item, and it's fun that they're doing them as a little series so people can get them all lined up on their shelves if they want to. I see a reading planner. I didn't remember it was going to be reading planner month. It's been every November for forever, but I forgot. So that's exciting. We'll get to that in a second. Your story isn't finished yet, and this is like a little wallet. You've got the like pouch where you can put your photo, you've got the card slots, you've got a zip where you can put cash or coins. And this is not even on here that I can see. There we go. It's designed by The Bitter Season and inspired by Silver in the Bone. Okay, that's really cool. It's a nice flat one, so if you're just like popping down to the shop and you just want to shove it in your bag, then it's nice and easy. Sean might be able to make use out of this because he keeps losing his wallet and he complains that it's black and that's why he keeps losing it. So maybe with this being like blue and silver, it might pop out a little bit better when we actually find the cards that he is losing. We then have the reading planner. This is getting exciting. No boarding, parts unknown. Books are a uniquely portable magic. Isn't that a V Sharp quote? It doesn't say. Right, so this is designed by Jordan Fleming at The Pros and Cons. Very clever username, I like that. And Michelle Gray at The Michelle Gray. And this is Score's Gilded Edges, which is really cool. Your Guide to Adventure. Your monthly spread is a 2-page monthly calendar, new releases tracker on the monthly calendar, 5 2-page weekly planner sheets for month, monthly TBR planning sheet, monthly wrap-up, and then there's also supplementary pages, which we will get to. Ticket to travel. If found, please return to, which is really cute. Oh, I wonder if I can just resubscribe. What if I skipped until every November and then I just got every reading planner for forever, even though I've never used any of them? What a good idea. Probably won't do that, but might. It would involve too much memory. My ADHD is really bad. I would totally forget to skip it and just be surprised on why I kept getting OwlCrate boxes in the porch. But I'm so thoroughly tempted to do that it might happen. Here we go. Get to know me. There's 3 degrees reading challenge. Ooh, there's an easy, medium, and hard reading challenges. That's very fun. Upcoming releases with the monthly calendar, and these aren't numbered or monthed. Numbered or monthed. It doesn't have the specific months or dates on there, so you can actually make these work for whenever you're ready to pick them up. I think this is why I like these planners so much, because I'm thinking I can always use it in the future. It's not like I'm missing out and they're expiring. Then you've got a monthly wrap up at the end there, when you can put the total books read, how you read them, best book, pages read, reviews completed, and all of that. The week of this week, what you're currently reading, that continues kind of throughout the book. And then at the end you have a whole chunk of book reviews. Then a lot of like dotted bullet journal pages towards the end. Then like some quote pages with different frames. An end of year wrap up, and then an OwlCrate wrap up. So you can put like your favourite OwlCrate box of the year, top 3 favourite OwlCrate books, favourite item in an OwlCrate box, whether you've done any of like these little challenges, the number of boxes you received, your favourite special edition, your favourite monthly playlist. So this is really cool. This is such high quality. I remember I've got some from back in the day that were like ring bound ones, and like when you were opening them up to look through them, you could feel all of the pages like trying to slide out, and then you have to like slide them back in. And it's just so nice that they're now doing like bound ones with gilded edges, and it just feels so professional and so fancy. And I think it's great that they know how much people love these, and that they're really investing a lot of money into making them amazing. And yeah, I really am going to miss these, so I definitely think that this is something I'm going to have to think about quite hard now. I'm going to miss any of the notebooks that they do as well, though, because they've been smashing out the park this year with their items. But no matter, we do not have enough money. That's the most important thing here. We then have a little bookmark that says, I'd rather die on an adventure that lives standing still. And this is actually inspired by Victoria Schwab. I don't know why that was in my head earlier, but this is inspired by A Darker Shade of Magic. And then that's going to be Lila and Kel on the back there. And this is designed by Sajra Fox and Lichen and Limestone. So that's really cool. And I love the gentle foiling. If you've been on this channel before, you'll know that whenever there's like subtle foiling on anything, I love it. It's so pretty. And then we get down to the book, which is exactly what I thought it was going to be. And this is What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. And this is... oh, it's got the cute little new Oswald sticker on it. Exclusive signed edition. How cute! Oh, I haven't seen that before. How lovely. This has some very intricately stenciled edges. So I will get these out of the packaging so that you can see them. If I can open the packaging. Which is probably going to be a no-no. Okay, this is like so tightly wrapped. Oh my god! Right, okay. So it says on the back, the Nile knows everything. And then we've got like this lovely foiling all the way around. Which is really pretty. And then you've got the stenciled edges that are like flowers with a snake and like a bird. Really, really pretty. And a ribbon bookmark. So that's very cool as well. So then when we get inside, we have the signature page with the author letter bound in. We have a character stood... oh, there's a character hiding with a book and another character stood kind of keeping a lookout for her. We've got some beautiful hieroglyphics. Did I say that right? It's been so long since I've read anything inspired by Egypt. Hieroglyphs? I don't know why that all sounds weird to me. Either way, some beautiful Egyptian symbology. I'm just making shit up at this point. And then on the back it says, the Nile knew everything. Oh. The Nile knows everything. The Nile knew everything. That interests me. Like, that change of tense. What is going on? And then we've got... a very ominous scene there with a lady stood under like a big window. I'm not quite sure. And then at the back... oh no! A crocodile attack! That's scary. Oh, this is going to be a tense book. Right, let me read out the blurb and see what this is about, because I know nothing about it. I just know for a fact that it's in 2 book boxes that I'm receiving. So if it's not in this month's FairyLoot, it's going to be in next month's. Unless I'm making that up if you don't like spoilers. Bolivian Argentinian Inés Oliveira belongs to the glittering upper society of 19th century Buenos Aires, and like the rest of the world, the town is steeped in old wild magic that's been largely left behind or forgotten. Inés has everything a girl might want except for the one thing she yearns for the most, her globe-trotting parents who frequently leave her behind. When she receives word of their tragic deaths, Inés inherits their massive fortune and a mysterious guardian, an archaeologist in partnership with his Egyptian brother-in-law. Yearning for answers, Inés sails to Cairo, bringing her sketchpads and a golden ring her father sent to her for safekeeping before he died. But upon her arrival, the old world magic tethered to the ring pulls her down a path where she discovers there's more to her parents' disappearance than what her guardian led her to believe. With her guardian's infuriatingly handsome assistant thwarting her at every turn, Inés must rely on ancient magic to uncover the truth about her parents' disappearance or risk becoming a pawn in a larger game that will kill her. The Mummy meets Death on the Nile in this lush, immersive historical fantasy filled with adventure, a rivals to lovers romance, and shocking twists and turns. It definitely sounds unique. I can't think of any other YA book that's been written like this ever. And I'm definitely interested in reading it. Oh, I hadn't actually noticed the crocodiles on the front. Now I feel stupid for being so surprised by the crocodile at the back. Crocodiles or alligators, we'll never know. I mean, until I read it, and then I will know. I don't think it's the kind of thing I would have normally picked up by myself. Just because I'm not really a big reader of historical fantasies. But I am interested, and I love the design. Yeah. I can't stop looking at it. It's just so quirky and unusual, the way that it's been stenciled. I love the illustrations. So let us have a look and tell you. So the exclusive cover is by Michaela Alcano at Michaela Alcano Design. The colourful stenciled edges are by Tyler Miles Lockett at Tyler Miles Lockett. The reversible dust jacket artwork is by Nicoletta Stevaracci at Art Nicoletta. The foil designs are done by Teresa Chen at Divine Literary, and the end pages are done by Zerail Art. Huh. So lots and lots of people involved in this again. I do like the fact that OwlCrate used so many different artists on their editions. I think it's one of the things that makes them so interesting to look at, because it really is like a collaboration between a lot of different people. Yeah, very excited to read that actually. Might have to pick that up soon. We've also got at the bottom of the box here the Owl Babble, and then a hint towards December's box, which is The Dark Devours. And oh my god, okay, I love this. Every December box will include an exclusive pin banner designed by No One Designs, perfect for your 2023 OwlCrate pin collection. Do we think they're going to design it so that it looks like a bookcase? Because I would be so excited. If I got a pin banner that looked like a bookcase, put those Treasure Tomes pins on, I would scream the house down. I'm so excited. That was a really great box. I'm really happy with that. Lots of useful items, like... I'm not too much of a fan of the doorways, but as I said, at least they've obviously listened to feedback and they've made this one a lot easier to slot together. It's much more better constructed. Love the reading planner. Really interested in the design on the book. Yeah, good choices all round. Let's move on to FairyLoot and see what they've done in November. I will be honest, I have seen spoilers for one item in this box. I know what it is, but I don't know what it looks like because I haven't seen pictures. But there is going to be a calendar. I think it's calendar, inspired by a certain author who I like, so that's going to be exciting. I just don't know what it's going to look like. Okay, so we're starting off strong with a big bag. Oh! Holy hell! Right, OwlCrate did one of these last year, and it was inspired by Strange the Dreamer, and I fucking loved it. And it's hung on the end of my bed, and I absolutely adore it. And this one's got a much longer string, or like at least it feels longer, compared to the one that's hanging on my bed. I don't know what this is inspired by. There's lots of symbols. Oh! This is Fourth Wing! Is this Fourth Wing? Is this the Scribe quadrant? I mean, there's 4. I can assume that it's quadrants. Right, we need to try and find out. Hang on. I can't see a label on it. And I can't see my spoiler card. We will come back to this. But this is exciting. I love these. And I like the depth of the pouches and the material that they're made of. The OwlCrate one, I think the pouches are slightly less small, or they're just less easy to get your hands in. But these are kind of like, they feel kind of waterproof on the inside as well, which is like nice. Oh, right, okay. Here we go. So, oh, hey, I found the spoiler card. Hang on, we'll come back to this. So, this is hanging storage drawers. Oh! Not at all what I thought it was going to be. An elegant yet functional storage solution inspired by The Secret Alchemist by Kylie Lee Baker. And this is designed by Ross Dotter. I could swear there's a fourth wing symbol that looks the same as this. Is fourth wing also based on alchemy? I thought fourth wing was based on dragons. I know nothing. I am Jon Snow. I know nothing. I hadn't even heard of that book. How interesting. Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm happy with the drawers. I don't really mind what they're inspired by. And they're brown. They'll look quite nice with my other ones, which are white and blue. Brown and green. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. That's good. So then we have the World of Sarah J. Maas calendar. I've seen this selling for so much on Facebook. It is absolutely ridiculous. I'm probably just going to use it, but then I never really use the bookish calendars. And as I said earlier, I could do with the money. So this is going to be a hard one for my temptation. But we're going to crack it open, have a look at it, see what the art is like, see who is represented in here. Hope we get some good Bryce and Hunt action, because we are Bryce and Hunt stans in this household. And I'm so excited for House of Flame and Shadow. I cannot wait for that book to be released. Still haven't read Through the Glass though. Still haven't finished the ACOTAR series. Still haven't read the last two. But we'll get there. Here we go. This is designed by Morgana O. Anagram. And I can't even get it open, so give me a minute and then I'll be back with you. It took me a while, but I'm in and I'm excited. We have some kind of weird wood. I thought this was going to be like a calendar that you flip over, and now I'm very confused. We have cards. Oh, okay. So, there's not going to be anything that actually tells me who these people are, is there? No, I have no idea who any of these people are. We're going to find out together, I guess. I'm not, I'm not going to find out. Leave me a comment down below if you know who any of these characters are, because I'm just horrendously terrible at recognising character artwork. But we have an elfy man with white hair and pointy ears. We have an absolutely stunning blonde lady. We have a man with the bluest eyes I ever did see. We have someone who looks like they put a little bit too much makeup on, but we're not going to judge her for that because she's still serving. We've got probably Rhysand or Cassian or Azriel. It's one of the winged guys. I picture Azriel looking like that, but I thought he'd be more shadowy. We have a beautiful lady who I'm assuming is probably Feyre. Oh, this has got to be Rhys or Cassian. Cassian, I feel like, gives me more of like the kind of smouldery, long-haired, hunky Batwing man. It's fun to try and guess. I absolutely have no idea. This is a man who looks like he might need a haircut. He looks a little bit sad, to be honest. I think it's probably because his hair's in his eyes. Oh, this is probably going to be Danica from Crescent City, because she wears a leather jacket and she's also absolutely beautiful. Then we've got who I'm assuming is going to be Rune from Crescent City, because I know he has piercings. I think I remember him having piercings, and that's just giving me Rune vibes. Yes, then we've got Bryce, because she has the star tattoo and the red hair. Very, very reasonably. And then this must be Hunt, because he has the tattoo. So I recognise some of them. Oh, I wonder if that means, right, okay, I bet you anything. The first four, I'm like, I bet you, but you can all just, like, tell me, because you'll know. The first four are probably Throne of Glass people. Then the next four are probably ACOTAR people. And then the last four are Crescent City people. Which is cool, because then that means that is literally the world of Sarah J. Maas, like, equally represented throughout the calendar. So, I don't really think this is the item for me. Primarily because I have no idea who half these people are, and primarily because, like, the idea of remembering to, like, slot the cards in and out for the calendar. They also, don't fit in there very well, to be honest. I think I would have preferred one of the little, like, flip-over calendars that can, like, pop up on your desk. Because this, I feel like, a bad gust of wind and you've lost him. He's gone forever. It might be the item for some people, but just not the item for me. Beautiful artwork. I love the idea behind it. It's very unique, but just not the way that I would personally want to display a calendar or to display the artwork. I guess I could always, like, trim the months off the bottom and, like, display them, though. I don't know. We'll see how I go. See how we go. Can't get it back in now. Fuck. Well, that's annoying. That's just going to stay on the side there. Then we have something that's highly disappointing to see, which is Collection of Magical Tomes Volume 3. I don't like these. I think they're so lazy. It's just an empty box made to look like a book so you can store stuff in it, but it's so big. So this is Volume 3. This is Advanced Alchemy. And, like, yeah, they're cool enough. I'm sure people really do like them, but they're not for me. I don't really have anywhere that I could, because, like, they're too tall to go there, and then I've got too many hardbacks for them to go on my hardback shelves, and I don't really have anything to store in them anyway. And I much prefer the little OwlCrate ceramic book pots. They're much nicer than these, in my opinion. So that's kind of a dud item for me. Those are designed by Chatty Nora. And then last off down here we've got a lanyard, which is inspired by Vampire Academy, which is cool. And this is by Blanca Design. Sean likes lanyards, so I'll give that to him for Christmas. Oh, it's also got a ID card holder in it. I'm tempted to use that at work because mine keeps breaking, and I don't think there's any rules against not using holders. If it would actually mean that I could carry my ID around visibly rather than just keep it stuffed in my pocket, I feel like it couldn't be an issue. And then if I wanted to put it around my neck, I could. Very clever. I like that a lot. Very useful item for certain people, not for everybody. And then last but not least, we have the book and the tarot cards. The tarot cards this month being the 5 of Moons and the 6 of Moons. I'm guessing these are probably inspired by the Chloe Gong books because they look very Chloe Gong-esque. And yes, this is Juliet and Roma from These Violent Delights, and these were designed by Saint Dree. So now we'll move on to the book. Ooh, of which I can see some very stunning stenciled edges in there. Ooh, okay, nice and brightly coloured. Nice, nice. Okay, we're interested in this. It's a hard escape book. That's always a good choice. Good choice. We've got a piece of character art, and this is by Imedme. And then it's the Scarlet Alchemist by Kylie Lee Baker, which is the same as the Hanging Storage Drawers. That's what they were inspired by. So that's why I'd never heard of the book before, because it was in this box. So this has the cover kind of copied onto the edges with the digitally spraying, which is very clever. You've got what I'm assuming is a digital signature. Yes. Then we've got artwork on the end papers of 2 characters stood. And these are also by Imedme. And then, 2 characters in the back in some robes. And then we've got on the hardcover case some character foiling, which is designed by Imedme as well, and the redesigned cover and the digital sprayed edges are all by Curry Huang. So this is very, very beautiful. I will admit I've never heard anything about this book. I can't remember saying that this was going to be in the box, but I'm very interested in it. It looks fascinating. So let's find out what it's about. The principal rule of alchemy: you cannot create good without also creating evil. Zilan dreams of becoming a royal alchemist, escaping her impoverished village in southern China to make alchemical gold for the wealthy so they can stay young forever. But for now, she scrapes a living practicing an illegal form of alchemy, resurrecting the dead for a price. Then Zilan is offered the chance to travel to the capital and complete the imperial exams, facing a series of dangerous tasks that she'll be lucky to survive, let alone pass. The closer Zelan gets to her goal, the more she is caught in the deadly games of the royal family, especially when the Crown Prince seeks her help, suspecting a coming assassination attempt. There are monsters lurking within the palace walls, and it's only a matter of time before they, and secrets of Zelan's past, catch up with her. Definitely sounds interesting. I do really like the design. So, which box wins? You've got a calendar that I'm not going to use. You've got a secret box that I'm not going to use. You've got storage drawers, which I absolutely love, and a lanyard that I absolutely love. And a very, very stunning book. First is a book that is gorgeous, but doesn't sound exactly to my taste. The reading planner, which is like my favourite item every year. The door, which I'm not a huge fan of. The pin, which I love. The wallet, which I can give to Sean. Oh, and I'm knocking the lanyard on the floor already, which proves how much I like that. To be honest with you, I think I'm going to have to give it to OwlCrate, just because of the fact that FairyLoot have gone with a very unique item that is perfect for next year, but I don't find that very usable, because, like, you put the art print in and it wobbles anyway. You've got to remember to, like, switch them. It's obviously only usable for the next 12 months, so if you forget to use it, then it's expired, but at least with the OwlCrate reading planner, you can use that whenever. And I think the design on the FairyLoot book is more to my taste, but I like the uniqueness of the OwlCrate one. The stencil images are very fascinating to look at. It's just a lot more interesting to look at visually rather than just having the cover copied onto the edges. I do like the fact that it's a redesigned cover that they copied onto the edges, but I still think that OwlCrate just pip them that little bit, especially with like the Treasure Tomes pin as well. Love the design of that. They've listened to feedback on the quality of the secret doorway things that pop up, and they're a lot easier to use now. So yeah, we're going to give it to OwlCrate this month. But honestly, these are kind of both hit and miss boxes for me. They've got like very, very favourite items in them, as well as items I don't love that much. I'm sure there are people out there who've loved everything in these boxes, but I think that for me, personally, the books, yes. Some of the items, yes, but some of the items I could have skipped. So there you go. I hope that you enjoyed this November Book Box Duel. Please let me know down in the comments if you think I picked the right winner, if you would have picked a different winner, what your favourite item was, whether you've read either of these books or whether you're interested in them. And we will see you next month for the last ever episode of Book Box Duel. Please make sure you join in. It will be really fun to have kind of one last hurrah of celebrating these book boxes and to say goodbye to OwlCrate properly, because I'm really sad that we're getting rid of it, but at the end of the day, money talks and our money is screaming at us to stop buying books. I'm Alyce, this is the Bumbling Blogger. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon with another video. Bye! There we go. Hey everyone, it's Alyce, and I'm here today with November's. This is going really well.